Yeah, they're pushing me. There's 3
Two,
at market.
okay.
It should only be 2 here, like max. Yeah, they could be art now.
Okay, you
They
guys
could be art.
took
Watch your
with
art
their
early.
jet.
I'm playing.
The smokes are going down.
And I think here I
playing.
probably should have pushed up flowers, but I was a little
I mean,
confused.
already the main problem is that if you know that you have 2 from behind, I mean 3, whatever they are, this plant that is done for the enemy control, not for you guys control. So this plant is already gonna get make the round be more complicated. Just because you guys needed to adapt. Like if you guys knew there was just 2 inside, max 2 inside, you should have planned for to take this space. So that way, the others need to use a utility to retake this. Then they get into here, and like there's like 3 different steps where they would need to fight. So I mean that plant is a little bit messed up for you guys, but I mean depends on what the others do. That's the first one. That's probably the second player.
One art, 2 flank, yeah. Art and then Bait and Gale.
Yeah, good shots, but I don't think that's the fight you want to take.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
this Gecko fight is bad. You picking there alone, cause that's the other thing. Where is it? So in here, like you were going with your jet.
Right.
By you changing decisions and going yourself there, like I don't say you don't turn around, but like let's say there's 1 in here, cause you knew 2 in here, 2 in here, and there was 1 unknown, right? So let's say the last 1 is here. So the thing is that, I mean, the Astra was not here, but let's assume she could have been, right? Because she's unknown. The thing of you turning here is that if the Astra peeks in here and the Gecko is peeking here like he did, and you are in a position where you cannot trade neither of them, right? So by turning around in...
Wait, hello?
Yeah, that kind of like restarted the Discord. I don't know what happened, but let me screenshot.
Okay.
There you go. Right, so by you turning around here, like the decision of around, instead of keep going with your jet or telling your jet to back up with you, I think it could put you in a really, really bad spot.
One art, 2 flank, yeah.
And yeah, versus the bomb, I probably...
I think here I got a little lost on like who to really play with, and I can really see it. It was like I hear all the information flooding with like to me, and I could not decide kind of like who to play with.
I mean, your decision should always be like towards where the most of the team is.
Okay.
Give me a second. Where are you turning? In here, right? So the biggest part of the team is here. Gecko is isolated. Gecko is mispositioned in here.
Okay.
Right? So your decision, no matter how many comps you're getting, like they could say 3 in here, 1 flank, 2 in here, 2 flank, or whatever the comps is, to stick with your team and move with your team as a whole.
Okay.
Especially because in pistol rounds, it is the moment where like the numbers advantage is the most, and a 4v4 can be numbers advantage depending on how the fight is taken, right? So if you 3 swing towards main and there's 2 in main, it is a 3v2 fight, right? So there is a numbers advantage, even though the whole round is a 4v4. So the numbers advantage are placed when the fight is taken, right? Not because of the number of players alive in the round, but the number of players that are taking a fight. That is where the numbers advantage matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the main thing that round.
I'm dropping bomb.
They might have an outlaw on this angle.
And I mean, the movement so far on the shot, they were good. You could 1 for 1. I mean, with a classic, that's fine.
Yeah, they're fighting mid. They darted and...
Yeah, I know my movement is a little mistimed. I know I'm a lot more confident in this. Oh, I was way too confident here.
I mean, you're in an echo. You need to get something.
I was like, I got this, guys.
I mean, you took your 1.
I was like,
you're
I got this.
I think it is fine, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I would at least ask for some utility or somebody to come with me. So, for example,
Man.
obviously I cannot hear you, but
Mhm.
right here you take your fire. I mean, a little bit of what I'm seeing is like, why are we like, where are the smokes? If we're planting,
I
why do
know.
we have no smokes?
Right. I know my brain was like, oh shit, my jet's going in, my gecko's planning. I need to like really, really uh push in. Like if we're going for this, we have to like really just go for it, you know?
I think it's fine, but the idea should be like, if you see your jet is already here, right? You're
Mhm.
about to go this way. You have two next to you. You
Mhm.
should call guys push CT. No, what is this called? I forgot the call out.
I said Link or Ali. I think I
Ali,
switched between the
Ali.
two.
Yeah, Ali, Ali.
Mhm.
Right? You could be, hey guys, let's push Ali and get the guns in Ali, or let's push
Mhm.
CT. Uh, but as a whole, you know, your team
Right.
got splitted. In here, I would
Man.
wait a little bit. I mean, you're fine using utility.
Mhm.
In here, I think you needed
Haven't.
your team to push in with you, because here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
We're in an eco, Pike's plant. He doesn't have a gun for spamming. He doesn't have a gun for spamming. She doesn't have a gun to take the fight, like a rifle against pistol in here. Only the jet and you can take fights here, and the jet is taking another fight because the smoke is not in yet.
Right.
So
Okay.
like a lot of things are going on bad in this round, and it is not necessarily you pushing. Once again, I would rather have you push with more players, because
Mhm.
Astra pushes with you, and after the KO kills you, Astra can trade, so it becomes a 3v2 immediately, right?
Mhm.
The guy in heaven needs to take a 2v1 that should be traded, so it becomes a 2v1. And now you're in a 2v1, and you guys got weapons, so like the round becomes immediately winnable. Not saying that you lose or not, but
It was
like,
Link.
just that would be like the best way to do it. Now the Astra is pushing a little bit late.
Player
Yeah,
standing.
now she pushed alone, which is useless. Yeah, I mean,
They're already
Yeah.
hard.
let's see. But yeah, like,
Yeah,
it is not a
I'll
problem
go
that
with
you
them.
push. The problem is that you're pushing alone, like, way too. Like, especially with the agent you have, you would rather use it
Yeah.
with
This is
somebody
bad.
else.
Oh no.
Something's pushing mid, by the way. They're not pushing.
I mean, my question would be, why are you trying to go out of the smoke before the eye pops?
Uh, I don't know. I feel like I wasn't
Something's
expecting
pushing
them
mid, by the way.
there.
They're not pushing.
Down A.
It is.
I
But
mean, well,
I
mm-hmm.
the I know like the biggest difference though is like I was like talking the entire game.
I'm gonna go ahead, because
Mhm.
there's some. I'm trying to look at you, not the team. I mean, yeah, what I could tell you is like just wait for the utility, like, because that's the reason.
Yeah.
Like, if you would just go out of the smoke with no utility, then I could be like, okay, maybe you're trying to get a timing. Maybe like if you're running out of the smoke as fast as possible, I can understand that you're trying to get a timing or take a fight, which still is not the place where you can do that because of
Mhm.
because of the distances. But if you're throwing utility, might as well just wait for it to pop, you know? Because
Mhm.
for one more second you wait there, you can get a little bit more info.
Yeah,
Which
I think my biggest problem is like um I think Pearl is like one of those maps I've never
Seems like
had
they only try
any
to
kind
push,
of
by the way,
VOD
whenever
review on
they're
Pearl. I've
they're in
never
two
had a
players.
map review on Pearl. I've never really like analyzed Pearl in any sort of way. Um but I've always enjoyed games on Pearl.
I mean, I like Pearl a lot, but so far the mistakes are not Pearl related. This
Mhm.
could very well be Ascent. That is the same thing. If you're in
Yeah.
Ascent and you know you're getting two push bottom mid and one push B and you're on A, you don't plant for Cat, right? You plant
Yeah.
for Heaven. And the same
Um
thing if you're in mid and you're gonna throw an eye in Ascent, well, you wait your eye to pop before you go out of the smoke. So in that sense, just try to be more disciplined with the fundamentals.
yeah,
You
and
probably
that's
got them. You just for like you
yeah,
weren't
and
disciplined, which
I think
happens.
here, I over util dump because I'm thinking and talking, and I think it's like I'm trying to like establish a threat, but I overkill it while I'm talking, because like I'm talking and thinking, and I'm talking, thinking, and dumping. Way
I
too
mean, yeah,
much.
sure, you already used 4 utilities, and there's still 50 seconds of the round. And also, here's the thing, right, about using this utility here.
Mhm.
Like, what's your goal of throwing all the utility in here if your whole team is trying to go there? Because you're an initiator. You're the one that gets them the space they need to start doing plays.
Mhm.
If you would be a killjoy, utility dumping here, I mean, I could understand, like, you're just preventing them from swinging, so you buy time for these guys here. But at the end of the day, your utilities were more valuable to clean behind this box, to clean close here, to clean close here, to clean backside, to clean close to the right. Like you have a lot more utility useful for what your team is trying to do. That it is go A.
Okay.
And I think you can see in here, for example, after this pick,
Mhm.
you should be with them, dogging for them, right? But
Mhm.
you're like tunnel vision into here, and because there's no dogging here, this guy gets a free pick on the jet. Also, the jet is a bit ahead of your team, but still, like a dog would normally tell you, oh, there's one more there.
I know as soon as he got picked, I said push the KO and get the KO. Or I was like try to
Yep.
get him
Now,
and keep going and
but
push.
now it is too late. Like,
Yeah.
look. So this guy just picked me here.
Mhm. And then he dips.
Watching him.
And
At
then
this moment,
here,
he's already safe.
yeah. And then they're we're a little bit discombobulated.
Commit towards it.
And the thing is that because you're still using your utility here, they now have nothing to you getting to the side because your gecko just used the flash to get past this choke point. Because the utility that they need to use that now is being used somewhere else. So yeah, in there the problem is not only the utility dump or not. The problem is that your utility in this round specifically is not getting any purpose or any use.
Mhm.
Like
3, 2.
now this is just a contact play until somebody has something again. And once again, you're once again splitting off the team. So like if they get a pick on you, you give the other team advantage, right? If you get a pick, your team still is in a bad position to rotate because they are gonna run all the way through here. Let's say you get your pick in here, but now, well, the other team is already rotating too. The other team could already be in mid behind them. The other team could already have walked B. Um, so I feel like there's no reason for you to be splitting here.
And I should have stopped here. I should have waited here.
Keep up.
Yeah, I think you could have given a little more time, especially like I said, your team is looking for something here, right? The
Mhm.
KO before this even around in here.
Mhm.
If your team is gonna be looking for something in CT, maybe you just hold the angle. Like you
Right.
stop here, hold this angle, stop walking, let your team look for something, and I would try to maybe put one more in here, so that way these two guys can get a trade, and then you guys kind of split. Because
Okay.
whenever you split and there's always a solo player, and the other ones are 3, right? If the player that is getting splitted takes the fight to the solo and wins, he get away out of the crunch, right? But if you put
Mhm.
2, even if he gets 1, he gets traded. So it is a certain trade unless obviously everybody whiffs, but you cannot do a play thinking
So,
everybody will whiff.
right. That's why I wanted to ask. So, because I think also when I started like just playing with like 5 stacks and stuff, they always put me on like Sentinel because they always told me you don't have to do much except like make callouts, right? And pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to the game and just learn the game. But like learn the game as in learn what's happening on the map game, not really like look at the screen and what's in front of your face game. So I feel like sometimes I split away because I'm just too busy looking at the map. And I'm trying to like come back out of that.
I mean,
And I feel like I see it autopilot and I'm trying to stop.
the thing is that just make it so that if you're gonna look to the map, get yourself in a position where you cannot be picked from a
Mhm.
common angle, and then look at the map.
Mhm.
Then stop looking at the map, look for what you're doing in your play, and then if you're gonna look back into the map, let's say the K is not there, you cross, you're standing here, you look a little bit into the map. But yeah, in general terms, like if you're trying to find something, you need to be looking at your crosshair. And also maybe you should lower the size of your map a little bit, so that way it is not so much on your face all the time. Because with a map this size, I would normally be distracted by it, you know. Because yeah, it is like 1/8 of your screen, the map alone, right? If you take into account that the map is the same weapon, this is nearly the same size as the weapon model, I would say that is quite too big for a map. So maybe just start by lowering a little bit, so you maybe not that much, but this way maybe you start getting used to not look at the map so much.
Okay.
But yeah, in general terms, you need to always be looking at the map, but not too hyper focus on it.
Okay.
Like you just want to like look for something, and also like if you're gonna look at the map, for me, in what it would be a tier 2 team that maybe you guys are not now for, but what I would expect of a tier 2 or tier 1 team is that the reason you would look for into a map is either A, to make a plan, or B, because there's a lack of comms. Because if there's enough comms, you can just picture your map in your head. Like if somebody tells you like KU is still in Flower, and somebody else is like, I think I heard Killjoy on B. One is like Astro was B2, missing Jet. You already kind of have a picture that the Jet could be somewhere around here. So like you would have no need to look at the map. So you may want to address if the calls are being useful or not with your team.
I'm gonna try and go behind kill KO.
And also the way you're fighting, it is not the movement per se.
I
Like look,
just
okay,
panicked. This is just the second part is panic.
I mean yeah, you just need to, well, not panic, I guess. Like there shouldn't be a reason for you to panic. The worst thing that can happen is that you get killed. Nothing else than that. It is not the end of the world. It is not the end of the game. You know.
Yeah.
You normally don't use utility to get into here.
What? Sorry, what?
Is it normal for you guys to not use utility to get this?
Like go down B?
I mean, normally in this map, if you guys are gonna walk this, you would either you would dog, Astra would do a fake star, Gecko would do a flash, something like normally you use
So
even kill your turret.
it's been about 2 years since I've played the map. It's been a while since all of us have played the map, so it was kind of getting used to it. And I was trying to think of like how to do stuff, so that was my fault on the call. I said let's just go down B.
I mean, it is not a problem to say let's go down B. The problem is that even if the call is let's go down B, every single time unless it is a contact play, you will always want to put utility ahead of you guys. In any map, like Haven, if you're gonna take a lobby, you don't see teams on taking a lobby by just running down a lobby. You would see on Haven, you would see a Bridgestone on long. You would see maybe a Cypher cage. You would see a Jet dash or a Neon dash into the corner of the wall that is over here. Like it is a fundamental of the game is that whenever you're gonna take a space that is gonna be contested, you need to put utility before you guys. So that way it is way better to waste utility if there's nobody than to waste a life if there was somebody.
Right. I think here we got a little caught off guard because we heard I think the dash first, or we heard something first before any util was actually thrown. Like because we were talking about the utility. Oh, we were talking about the wall. I think we used a lot of the time to talk about the wall.
You hear the get out of my way of the Jet.
Yeah.
You see the eye. You see the KO knife.
And
You saw 3 utilities and you
Yeah.
haven't put 1.
And then I go yay protractoring.
KJ all this as well. Just grab
In the smoke.
smoke here.
There's one 7. Wait, our plan is safe. They
What are you seizing there?
I have no idea. I think I was just doing it to like stall anyone on the other side so I could plant. I was panicking.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
not
there could
panicking,
be
just
all
feeling
the
rushed.
way
Yeah.
here, and you're seizing all the way back here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any use of this seize.
Mhm.
Better for you, I don't know, to either let you when you're crossing, you could have just let your dog go while you're crossing to see what you find. Seize close if you feel there's somebody close and you don't want him to swing at you. Like,
Okay.
that those I can understand, but like, yeah, once again, utility needs to have a purpose. Uh, you tend to utility them too much, and I'm not sure this is
I have
the
pawn
correct plant. I
28.
think you want to put it all the way in the screen looking at the corner. So you don't get
Oh.
this gap in here where they can
Okay.
diffuse without being seen by this side of long.
Oh, okay.
Throw Molly for bomb.
I said I'm checking alley.
One alley.
You got one alley. He got beaten.
Checking alley. Smoke heaven.
They didn't hit me holes.
Drop side.
I
Drop
have
side.
pawn 15. I have pawn 15.
Outlink.
I mean, aside from the
They didn't
flash,
hit me holes.
I wouldn't give your position like you're doing here. Because where is it?
Alley.
I
In
should have
here,
stayed elbow.
yeah, in here you're facing one angle, right?
Mm. Mhm.
And you have your jet taking your close. And in here you can pivot. If you're standing here in this part, you can pivot to fight left and to fight right, and you have your team covering your back, right? So in there, like you have a really good angle to fight. The moment you decide to leave this,
Smoke heaven.
Okay, yeah. So I decided to leave because so like I saw the smoke here, I saw smoke here start and saw the smoke here. So I thought like I could get off site since the bomb was planted for like long anyway. I wanted to move off site and I thought I
okay,
had
but
time.
think of this too.
Okay.
Who's watching this?
No one.
And your
Only
crosshair
me
when
as
you swing, no, not even you. Your crosshair was not for this
yeah.
area.
Okay.
So like you're already getting out of a position and you have no like you're not even like ready to fight that position. See, like if there's a guy holding here waiting for this guy's utility to come,
I'm
you would
fucked.
be immediately dead. And not only that, now the jet is also fucked because the jet now has nobody to fight with and no way out.
Okay.
You know, so like once again, you're already you're committed in a position when you do this. Where is it?
Man.
In here. In here
Mhm.
is where you decide where are you gonna commit. Kill your alt just pop, right? Which means
Okay.
because of this, the only place they can be right now that they can swing at you is from under.
Okay.
So first of all, by you dogging alley, look in alley they can be all the way back here. Is
Right.
alley a threat for you?
No, it's just a predetermination of like where the threat could come from once the ult is done.
I mean,
Right? Like
once the ult is done, the threat can come from anywhere.
right.
From hell, from heaven, from it is even faster for them to hit from hell and from heaven than it is than from alley.
Right. So it's like a late threat, I guess.
It
I mean,
it is just not a threat. Like
okay, so
think of it like this. It is not a threat. It
okay.
can be eventually, but also a flank can be a threat if they ever kill your alarm bot, right?
Right.
Anything can be a threat when it is already a threat.
Okay.
Right now there's only one threat to you, that is city. That's the only place where somebody can be standing holding you,
Okay.
right? So first of all, in here,
I have pawn 28.
Throw Molly for bomb.
okay, in here, look at this. When you dog,
Mhm.
I have pawn.
you expose yourself from the only place that you could have been killed, which was there,
Right.
city.
28.
Not only that, but you are also using your dog,
Uh-huh.
which is biting all the way back here. Like this is where your dog beat somebody, in here,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And in here, instead of just going away, you decide to go back with your jet. Okay, that's fine. Then this is already a position, a committed position. The moment you decide to go back with your jet, you decide that you're gonna fight with your jet, right? That there's no way now for you to go out. Because
Okay.
now that you two are here and so much time has passed, these guys now can be all the way here, right?
Okay.
So like, also your astronaut have two smokes, and the smoke she's doing on heaven is a bad one because the one you want to do is the one that covers heaven and hell. It's something like this,
Okay.
right? and then you put your smoke here. This would be the only way for you to go, and even there, then it is risky. At this point, 4v2, the best thing you guys can do is that you and your Jet play together to take your picks and delay the retake of the other team, you know?
Smoking alley.
But since in here you decide to reposition in a moment you couldn't,
They didn't hit me holes.
Outside. Drops.
Full and 15.
you immediately get exposed to all other players. Your Jet get the
Mhm.
trade, good.
We're both playing
Two,
off.
both.
But as I was telling you, now your Jet is completely
No,
alone.
you can.
Now she's in a nowhere position, forcing also you. I mean, that guy whiffed the crazy, and this other guy
Yeah.
whiffed.
Let's take all
But
of
in general
them.
terms, like
Damn.
Mhm.
a good team would normally just immediately punish the Jet
Yeah.
and immediately finish in a 2v2 when it was a 4v3 with the spike
Right.
planted.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like the same thing like back at the beginning, kind of like once I commit with my team or like I'm with the teammate, I need to like stay with them instead of like backing off into something that's not great.
There's
Or
there's windows of opportunity
right.
where you can do stuff, right?
Mhm.
Your window of opportunity was that after you planted and you swing towards hill, even though you were looking at alley, and there was nobody hill or CT, that is your window of opportunity if you want to go play long.
Right.
The moment you decide to not do it, well, now you're committed to the other one,
Right. So
right?
like stick with the decision, don't back out of it.
Yeah, once it is way better for a team to do a bad decision together that than individuals taking the correct decision but alone, because now there's gonna be two bad decisions.
Right.
So once you have committed to a decision, just stick with it. There's no reason to really change it like last second, unless there's a clear reason, like let's say the last three we just heard them on flank. Well, maybe then you can go fight with the guys long, right? In here, sorry. Maybe there you can go fight with the guys long because you know that the threat now is gonna be coming from here. So now instead of paying attention here, now you can go with your team. That is a reason that you would change a decision. But if you already know there was like people in here, well, and you already committed into here, well, just stick with your Jet. And next time, you need to think. The moment you're planting, you need to start thinking where are you gonna play,
Okay.
because there's nothing else for you to think while you're planting. You cannot shoot, you cannot use utility, you're only planting. So while you're planting, those 8 seconds that it takes for you to plant is the seconds that you use to think where are you gonna play the post plant. And
Got it.
normally, a lot of times you want to also think of that the moment you decide to go B. Like if you said go B, and the call is plan for long, we post plan from long, well, you should already know that you need to go, right?
Right.
You can even give the call out. We leave Jet baited, or something like that. But yeah, in general, like you need to be more ready to know what you're gonna do,
Okay.
not decide it like second.
This guy.
Let's smoke for mid.
Let me grab orb.
They're rotating through link right now.
Might be able to just plant this.
One's on A.
Might be able to just plant this.
Nice. One more's in that smoke.
You just keep going. I'll play after that.
Any reason to swing there?
Uh,
You wanted to fight with your Gecko or something?
yeah, I think I just saw him and I was just trying to like cover him as well, but he was already in cover.
Did you said 1, 2, 3 swing?
No, I said
I
I'm
mean-
coming with. I think I said I'm coming with you.
One more's in that smoke.
You just keep
In
going.
here, if you know like there's one CT, the
Mhm.
correct call out should be swing CT 1, 2, 3, and both of you swing towards CT.
Okay.
Instead of just like doing your own thing and then he does his own thing, because that's how you let one guy kill. And also, when you were about to ult into here, why when the Jet was here, why did you stop the ult? Do you know?
No.
Because I think the ult was a really good play.
On A.
It was in here, I think. In here, like as an initiator in here, you would normally want to say like, "Hey Jet, wait for me. I'm gonna ult this, or I'm gonna
I
ult
think
for
I
you."
did. I did. I said I'm ulting. Wait a little bit, and then he's like, "Nah."
On A.
Okay,
I think I said I'm ulting, and then as I said it, he died.
but you
So-
still didn't ult. until
Yeah.
later, you know?
Might be
Yeah,
able to
and then he was like, yeah, and then I was like, wait, no, it's okay, and then it's like I ulted anyway.
One more's in that
I mean, the
smoke.
ult was fine.
Going, I'll play after that.
Just, I
Uh,
don't see why he would do that. I think it was a really good ult.
Yeah, I think it was like a reaction to him dying. Like, wait, should I do it? Because I was doing it to help him initially, and then I was like, oh wait, no, it's still a good decision. Do it.
I'm holding heaven.
I think spawn.
He's right side.
Let's see here.
Oh, here
Mid
I
play.
wanted to like, yeah, I wanted to kind of like split it mid, but I did this. I did one poorly,
Yeah,
but
I got spotted.
this is the one I did
Fiona did.
poorly, isn't it? No, maybe.
Nothing big in there. One's big like nice. AOR. Flashing her.
One's in B link.
The utility usage of your team is
I might get another one here.
lacking.
I'm gonna creep.
Yeah, we
I'm
need
gonna
to work on it.
There's a main. There's a main.
I'm gonna set my
Also, I mean, I'm not against shooting
Ryan,
through
can you
smokes or anything. I just think you're overdoing it a little bit.
hold? Nice.
Because there's sometimes, like in here,
Mhm.
One's in B link.
where is it? In here,
AOR.
this KO has no idea you're there. The moment you shoot, you're telling him, I'm going there. Forcing him to go back up.
Okay.
If you don't shoot in here,
AOR.
if you don't shoot in here, and just hold this angle, the KO would have re-swung, tried to pre-fire you, and you could have gotten the kill. In
Wait,
here, like he just shot.
Oh, okay.
But because you're shooting, like he's now more aware and he starts backing up, and he also has to go for the star, as you can see.
Mhm.
Because now he's like, oh, I'm getting
But
pushed. But
I
if
have a
you,
question though.
Mhm.
Isn't it better for um but I guess this is isn't it better for them to like waste utility that they can't get back? Or like better for us if they waste utility that they can't get back?
What is better for you, to get a pick on the KO or to get a smoke out of the Astra?
I don't probably getting a pick off the KO, but wouldn't we get him anyway if we push together and get that pick? Or is it just like riskier because we're playing for a trade versus getting a guaranteed pick?
I mean,
Like,
you tell me.
I don't know.
You just think of what you
Okay,
just said.
okay, no, hold on. Okay, I guaranteed pick is better.
Okay, I'll
I'm
repeat
sorry.
your words.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I'll repeat your words so you like hear what you just said.
Okay.
Isn't it better to work for a trade rather than getting a guaranteed pick? What's better? What does the trade implies, you know? Like the trade implies.
The guaranteed pick. It's just my lack of faith in my gun skills, but guaranteed pick is better.
I mean, you should never think of the game or any decision you do in here thinking that you're gonna whiff or miss something. You never do a play thinking that you could miss. Because if your base on creating a plan or creating an idea comes from the fact that you could miss, it is most likely gonna be the wrong one, right? And it is not only a matter of confidence or not. The better play is always gonna be the better play,
Right.
right?
Okay.
The better play could be screwed up if we whiff, and that can happen to you, to tens, or to anyone. Anybody can whiff the almost unwhiffable shots, right? But that doesn't imply that the play was wrong.
Okay.
If you start to make decision that goes around the fact that you could whiff, so you change it so that it is not as risky, then you will never get used to making the correct decisions. And only that, but you will start to develop a habit where you always do callouts that are not the best callouts just because you got used to the possibility of you whiffing.
Okay.
If you whiff, you whiff. If you need to get better in your aim, well, you keep practicing. More
Right.
DMs, more range, like all that. But the decision, like in there, even like look at this, right? You have 114 in the round. Let's say you whiff on the KO, no trade. You just whiff on the KO and he gets out. The KO anyway is gonna ask for this smoke, right? Anyway, he's gonna back out, and you still have 114 seconds to work the round with a pick in here.
Again. Yeah. Okay.
So now you can leave the gecko there, right? Go go with the Astra. You stay here and the Gecko goes with the Astra and try to get pressure into here, which triggers a second smoke of the Astra. So now the Astra has no smokes. After 40 seconds of the round. Maybe she's about to have one more. But you start wasting their utility by making pressure in different positions and backing them up, pushing them off the angles, right? So the moment they try to re-clear space, now you know where you can go because they are using their utility somewhere, you know?
Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, my brain has been like
Don't worry.
staring at a lot of like things all day.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I might get another one here.
I'm gonna clear A really quick.
I'm gonna make.
Yeah, here I said like wait, I'm reloading. I actually asked him to wait because I was reloading.
Ryan,
I
can
mean-
you hold this?
That is discipline, and it seems you don't have the most discipline in your team, you know? That is just acquired through a lot of practice.
Pulling back.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, your Gecko is going way too long. That is your Gecko's fault. You were throwing utility and everything. Didn't you have? I think
Pulling back.
you overused the C's a little bit. So, for example, in here, you get.
That's just because I underused it on bind, so now I'm trying to remember to use it, and I overused it on pearl.
It is not about like under or over. You just need to understand what the size function is.
I'm trying to get used to it.
So, for example, in here, even if there's somebody here and you seize him,
Mm-hmm.
the seize is not profitable because the guy is still gonna hold his angle like he would be without the seize. Right? The seize is
Okay.
just for somebody to not be able to get out of a certain space.
So-
Whether it is for them to execute, it is for them to float, or for whatever, right?
So, would it work like if I wanted to stop a neon from rush sliding, I would want to tether them or seize them for something?
I mean, in theory, yes, but I doubt you could catch a neon.
But essentially kind of like that thought process.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Different it is. I mean, a jet or a race could be way easier. A neon probably could run away from your
Right.
seize.
But I was just
But
like
yeah,
the
the idea is
thought
like,
process.
oh, you know, this guy is in the smoke or could be in the smoke, and he probably wants to float in the moment you guys tap the spike. Well, maybe you seize the smoke then, right? But in here, that you guys have one guy that you think is in backside and can be holding you, proll that guy. You proll that guy because even if he's there and he breaks your pole, he needs to bring his crosshair down so he can trade the dog, and now somebody can trade your dog, you know?
Okay.
Flower backside. Flower pit.
Spike down A.
I'm pretty sure Pete is to the right away.
Ashford's hit 80 in secret.
Something that I don't like too much is how much time did you have?
Fuck.
Ashford's.
So you have 40 seconds, right?
We had enough time.
And you still have one in here, one in here. Your jet is flanking. If they double swing into your Astra while you're planting, you and the Astra are dead. Right? You could. I'm not even against tapping the spike. Just I don't think you commit right now. Like just play with your Astra. Like you guys clearly have a lot of pressure, a lot of tension in the side. I never recommend to plant with so much tension unless obviously there's like no time, you know?
Right.
But if there's time, let's try to see if we can relieve a little bit of this tension first. You can tap the spike with the Astra and maybe hold this angle or hold the other angle. And give your time jet to do something.
Okay.
But yeah, just
Hit 80 in secret.
why is she stunning there?
Oh, yeah, Ryan's behind them. He's CT now, CT.
Okay.
Secret.
Nice. Flank
Bro,
it.
I actually got.
I think you're preferring too much.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah.
You're panicking way too much. Like you need to be confident. Like if you're gonna swing to an angle, I'm pretty sure you know how to swing correctly. You know, and I'm pretty sure you're doing this just because you rather get a lucky shot or lose a fight trying to get a lucky shot than losing a fight or winning it doing it correctly, because you would feel better with yourself if it was just.
But I'd also like, since there's someone there, and my my teammate is also like, I guess, like coming up on them, I would rather draw their attention with like my noise, and yeah, I should use util for that. Okay.
I mean, If your objective is to drag attention, you have that. If your
Okay.
utility is to hold, in case she swings or something, then just hold.
Okay.
But this pre-fire in position, like, because of this,
Your last.
right? Let's say the Jet is
He's
about to
CT
swing.
now, CT.
She's right next in the smoke, ready to swing, and you do this, and she swings. She
I'm dead.
doesn't swing in this angle, right? She's gonna swing
Right.
close,
Right.
and she's the only thing she needs to hold is this.
Right.
So like you're most likely to lose the duel rather than you just holding the angle.
Okay.
Nice. Good point.
Bro,
Good point.
I actually got all the calls on this map. It's mapping forever.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're still getting used to the calls. Like it's been so many years since I've been on Pearl.
What's up?
I love this. I was like
I kind of want to use
I
my
might have been a
Gecko
little
ult
overstimulated, but
respectfully.
I love this map.
I mean, I like it too, a lot too.
Like I wanted to kind of like I don't remember what I called here,
Right,
but I
let's
wanted
hide
to
here.
like go more towards
Yeah,
A
just-
here.
Who scans here?
Sky, wait a bit, because he knifes here, so just throw the eye and wait.
I feel A is not the best side when you're going against these two ults though.
Mhm.
You need to think of the utility your enemy have. And even though probably your Gecko ult is better approach in A,
Oh,
they
that
could
was
just let you plant. They could just let you plant and you lose the round. Because if
oh, that
they
was another
wall
thing.
here and do this, you lost the round.
That was another thing that happened too. We kept trying to use the Gecko ult, but every time we tried to use the Gecko ult, I promise you, I don't know how or why, but every time he wanted to use the Gecko ult, he got KO knifed.
I mean, because probably you guys were just way too predictable.
Maybe, but it was just kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is unfortunate, but it is probably because you guys are being too predictable. Like they
Maybe.
get called. So, for example, if you want to use the get called, you don't have to always use it to get into side. You could start with 3 on mid, right? Get
Mhm.
called this, get it back. You make some pressure, you pick it up, you back up. Now you get called this, right? You get it
Mhm.
back if there's nobody. Okay, now you go into B, or you go into mid, or you just keep going into A and you use it a third time. Like you don't always need to just use it until you're gonna execute, you know? Because it is also a really good way to make pressure and move people out of their places.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, we
Knife
can.
head this
Or for example, right now there's no knife.
They're
It's a
out.
really good moment to use the get called for something.
We can work up on him.
Okay, you know there's nobody there. This guy's getting pressured.
Can you like
Where's the get called? See? This is your Gecko's fault. If he's getting pressured, look,
nice? What?
this kill would have come, and this kill wouldn't have come, or this, if he would
Mhm.
just get called when he's getting pressured here and the Jet
Spike down.
and the Astra are
Okay.
there. So in here, for
Yeah.
example, if he just Gecko ults this, he
Mhm.
can get 1 or 2 or get them shooting the Gecko ult while these two are pushing them,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yeah,
And
I
that
feel
is
like I don't feel like
mhm.
this plan like when I looked back at this like last night cuz I went through it like right here I see like me and Gecko were in the hallway, right? And then I had Jet and Astra kind of like across from us. I feel like it wasn't a bad idea. I feel like maybe like the execution was a little poor. I feel like all the trades were kind of like possible.
No, definitely. But the thing is, once again, the lack of utility of your team,
Okay.
and not only like yours or not, but your
Right.
whole team. Like there's no utility being used.
Okay.
Like you have an Astra that can put a pull or a stun, you know,
Mhm.
somewhere around here, a star forcing them to move off. Get called to do this. You have your prowler to move with the before the get called
Right.
or move. Like there's a lot of options.
Right. Like
But
I
you
feel
guys
like
just one fight.
the idea was right, the execution was just poor.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it also might stem from just there's a lot of confidence in just the pure wait. Oh.
Go ahead, go
Uh
ahead, go ahead.
just a lot of confidence in like they have in their pure aim. Um which is like a lack of the utility usage sometimes I think. Um, but
I mean,
that we can work on that.
probably. Like I am always fan of re-clearing if you know they are committing to space where you can
Mhm.
get advantage to fight. But yeah, there needs to be a reason on how you guys are gonna re-clear. Like
Right.
They're all ping mid. They're fighting mid.
so ultimate that just means they are pushing mid again.
like it.
Shit.
They're gonna be.
This is an ISIS, for example, so that way they cannot get off.
Flank or this one?
Lane, lane.
No,
The
they
polar
left.
cancels
Oh yeah,
them.
look what I do. I'm a ninja here. Look what I do.
Flame main.
Left full.
I'm just like booking it
They're
here.
smoking alley.
I'm the.
Flame 3 main. They have
Never
cage
mind, I was
down.
smoking four. Smoking four.
It's kind of like.
You have KG over there. And Astral.
Yeah.
Out.
Okay,
I'm playing for full
I
here.
call. Dead.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, yeah, you and the Jet taking CT was the correct option there. I mean, not the correct way of doing it, because look how you go into CT. If they had one, because you don't know about all, you know only about 4.
Right.
We can flame main.
So in here, if the other one is just holding, in here you're dead. Like you're walking, reloading, like
Yeah,
not
I
even
know.
looking at
If
the
someone was here, I was like, if someone was here, I was dead.
Flank 3 main.
But-
Mhm.
And I was smoking
But yeah,
Um,
taking this space is correct, in my opinion. Also, you kind of tell them, like, if there was one in there, you would have told them
Yeah, where
that
I was. Yeah.
you
this
are
is-
in heaven.
and Astral.
But like, I don't. Yeah, it's just like it was so weird because like, and then I'm just like sitting up here and I'm like, hee 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 hee.
I mean, it's good, because your job in here is just to leave. Like, you
Mhm.
need, now the bomb is planted, you need to play for the bomb, you know?
Mhm.
So by you staying there, I think that's fine.
Yeah, they're gonna go B. Yeah. Gotcha. You recall that.
I was so proud of myself. I was like, yay! I was like, Mom, look at me, I did it.
Nice.
It was well done, yeah.
We could just hit
The
you
decision
off.
is fine.
5v3. Okay.
Okay, the ice is nothing. Elbow could be a problem. Why you're not breaking that? Yeah, I mean,
You need to break it, yeah.
Can you wait for us?
all the way back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing smokes.
I also don't understand why you're trying to go so fast. Because your eye doesn't mean there's nobody there. It's just that nobody open.
Mhm.
But I'm pretty sure they can be behind this.
Yeah.
They can be underneath this. They can be on CT. They can be back here. They can be back here. They can be in this corner, you know?
Mhm.
Like, there's still a lot of angles where they can be at, and you're just swinging into them with your whole utility kit. No, not breaking the alarm bot, you know? Like,
We can see by the way.
yeah, you guys just, like, that is just giving the bomb pretty much to the enemy.
One backside, one backside.
Now you guys had to use two ults because of that, you know?
Mhm.
Give it turret.
Like a perfect doable execute with just one ult becomes let's say a equal or disadvantage round where you end up using two.
Pinging.
One enemy remaining.
Oh.
No, 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 no.
Okay, good fight by the Jet. Okay, now you change it up to A. You break the eye. They know there's at least 3, I guess.
Yeah, I do.
2. They know about 2.
I'm gonna flash it over there.
They know about 3.
Like 80, 80. Okay.
Yeah, I'm backing out.
That eye was really bad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want to use your eye behind them, because the idea of the eye is the same as it would be a Sova dart, to
Yeah.
force them to pull the crosshair there. Also, like, I don't know why your team is not waiting for any util too.
I'm gonna flash it over there.
Like, the Jet is just swinging, the Gecko is just swinging again,
Yeah, I'm backing out.
and you're shooting to the ground, by the way.
Please can me.
Yeah, in here you're shooting to the ground.
Yeah.
You need to put your crosshair correctly.
Please can me.
Okay.
Just play more DMs for the crosshair placement. Play DMs with a sheriff, so you force yourself to aim to the head always.
Oh yeah, I got someone told me I needed to stop playing with the sheriff too much. Like that I play DMs with the sheriff too much. Cause
Why?
apparently I'm showing
go
off when I
rehead.
play with the sheriff.
You can split it.
You could.
Apparently I'm much better with the sheriff than I am
We can
with
split
any
it.
other gun, and it's stupid.
I'll bet man.
I mean,
Apparently I don't.
look
I
at
don't-
how you're shooting.
Split it.
Yeah, they.
It's
yeah,
fine for you to do DMs with the sheriff, but you need to aim like if you had a sheriff, even if you have a rifle.
Yeah.
Like, you start spraying, then you stop. Like, you're throwing also 5 bullet bursts instead of only 2 or 3 bullet bursts.
Mhm.
And then look how you're not even moving when you're like shooting. In here you need to do AD. You shoot, you do A or D. Shoot, A or D. Shoot,
Mhm.
A or D. And you do it in bursts of 3 bullets, not more.
I think I need to be a little bit more calmer during scrims because I notice this is like a trend and it's tending to happen like only in scrims a lot more.
I mean, I would say, why would you get more stressed out in the screens if they are for practice, you know? Like, that's the moment you're supposed to be practicing.
I don't know how to. I just need a little bit more.
No smoke for earlier.
Just two link, two link.
Swing off Sion. Swing off Sion.
Yeah, swing off me, swing off me, swing off me.
Flash.
They're out, both out.
Yeah, unfortunate.
I mean, this is really bad to play by him. Like, the moment, all the way back from here.
Two link, two link.
So first of all, there's no reason for him to ult all the way in here. They're just gonna turn around and break the AI if they are Ali and nobody can trade him, even if he doesn't get sniped. And then after he gets cancelled and his position is revealed, or after he swings in here, he just needs to change his angle, go to play towards the Astra.
Flash.
They're out, both out.
By him staying there, that is why he lost. And then he swings while being revealed by an eye. Like,
Yeah.
everything he does there is badly done.
Wait.
Once again, like, utility usage,
Mhm.
if the eye lands here and already told us there's nobody here, why are we Gecko flashing too, you know?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Scott, or Sky, you wanna grab that? You're one off.
I was like, I'm not one off.
You hear anything?
I think she means so you're one off.
Yeah, yeah.
Flashing.
One
Dug
hit.
out.
I have a flank on R right now. The jet's coming R, jet's coming R.
Dead.
Yeah.
They're dead.
I have a
Flank
flank on R
coming.
right now. I have a flank, I have a flank.
Yep, finding from there.
AJR. Smoke
Also, what's the idea of giving it to you so you one off if you're not the one that is gonna be planting, you know?
Swear.
Yeah.
Jet's opening spawn. Opening spawn.
Three, smoke in three. Play back.
Yep.
What?
Smoke down.
One more
One more,
R.
one
There
more.
were
Dug my
two
one
art.
Dude.
Two more, two
I
more.
tried to get
I mean-
in the.
Jet's opening spawn. Opening spawn.
Three, smoke in three.
Yeah. I tried to get in the crevice, but I missed it.
I mean, yeah, that is just like practice a little bit more your utility in the map. But aside from that,
Yeah.
like here your jet is going alone, right? You have your Gecko fighting here. No, your Killjoy, I think it was fighting around here. No, it is your Gecko, right? And you're in the middle of both. I'm pretty sure, like, number one, like, your jet is a complete mistake to just push by herself. Like, the clear pressure is coming right now from here. Like, she can hold, or she can just help you guys fight this. Number two, the moment you fight, you see that there's one in here, right?
Mhm.
And then you keep swinging, ignoring the fact that this guy can reswing whenever he wants.
Okay.
Like, if you would, like, take this fight and you don't win, she shoots at you, you know, and you don't want the fight, I would tell you, like, then just change your angle. Pick from somewhere else with the Gecko. Try to
Okay.
make this guy useless. If this guy is holding only this angle and nobody swings in there, this guy is useless, right? And the only active player is this one. So you could have changed position, kill the
Okay.
Killjoy with your Gecko. Now this guy needs to swing to two of you. So now you can do the trade.
Okay.
Play back.
Dead back.
This is he's just a criminal mastermind.
Oh,
Huh? Are you okay? Hello? Is your connection bad? Oh no. Wait, can you hear me okay? Wait, hold on. Let me wait. Let me reconnect. Hold on. I'm gonna try this. Oh shit.
there you go.
Oh, okay. Hi. Oh, are you good?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this man is a criminal. This is a comp criminal.
One enemy remaining.
I'm done with this kid. Show off.
I mean, all of them play that terrible.
Oh, the enemy team? Yeah.
Yeah, he got really nice shots there, but they played that really bad.
I wish my right clicks did that
A main one.
one day. I played this wrong, I think, because...
Yeah, completely. Your
Yeah.
Jet is swinging and she sees nobody.
Yeah.
Where? So yeah, that,
And I did this wrong. And then we also rotated too early, I think,
They
too.
did.
They're smoking A here. Or not smoking, but they put a star.
Because this is...
Video is mid, by the way, isn't it?
I think this is bad because, like, my understanding... Because I looked
Looks
back
like they
over
left.
this last night
They
a
didn't
little
walk out
bit,
yet.
right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to, like,
It's not true.
understand... Because I was kicking myself for not recording my mic. But, we rotated more off of, like, the sound of utility versus, like, having contact with our opponent, which means we messed up. And doing it off of sound isn't always, like, the best thing to do. And I feel like
I mean,
that's where we messed up.
there's more things around that, like
They're smoking A here. Or
they're
not
smoking
but
A,
they put a
KO,
star.
KO Jet here, one
At least two
in
A
mid, there's two
Video is mid,
unknown.
by the way, isn't it?
I'm not sure the call is to just rotate. They are not executing. We
Yeah.
like look
They can walk out B.
like you just left B all alone with no
Mhm.
reason at all. Like at least I would have like I think in this position, if you get this kind of noise, the thing you do is that you don't go here because your Astra shouldn't be fighting this. What you need to do is you go with the Killjoy and the Jet, you clear mid with your utility so that way you guys can start rotating or taking a space. But you guys are just like giving away the map for free.
I have a question here, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you say that we go and we re-clear mid over, like, rotating all the way back to A, is that essentially just, like, we're still leaving B open,
But you took something else.
right, we're giving up B, so is that, like, more playing, like, retake towards B, but also having the information on mid and A, technically?
Yeah, yeah. Like if you
Okay.
just rotate back here like you guys did, you're giving B for free. You're giving
And
mid, and you have nothing on A because the only thing you know on A is that they are not here, but you don't know if they are all here waiting to
Right.
execute,
Okay.
right? So instead, if you guys go here and re-clear, you have nothing on B, but now you have something in here and you keep something in here. So now with more players toward this side of the map, now you guys just need to know if they are coming, if they are there or not.
Okay, so this is a map that I can play for, like, a retake B on and just kind of, like, make sure I have mid under control, as long as okay.
I mean, just as a split, this is a map with a lot of late lurks through mid. So like, you would normally always want to clear mid to know at least that you have time before any kind of lurker comes.
Okay. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
One up double door. It's just cage.
Astra dink, Astra dink, there's two mid.
Are they planning?
See, for example, in here you would have gotten
Maybe
this
just
big
like
before.
Dink, by the way.
The Jet wouldn't be fighting alone there, so she wouldn't be killed. You guys would have killed
We can
two in
reset
mid.
One's
Up,
close to me.
Spike
link.
planted.
Where my wingman close? I call.
Mark two.
Yeah, there's one hall, right?
Bring them
Yep,
down.
one back on. Back off, yeah.
Enemy
Dead.
remaining.
Last one, mid.
Nice.
Nice.
I think your
There-
target prioritization is not good. In here they are saying there's one back hole,
Yep, one back on.
and you're just swinging somewhere else.
Off,
One
yeah.
enemy
Dead.
remaining.
Last one, mid.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean,
Ah,
they got the kills, but
Yeah.
still like,
one back on.
if this guy back hole swings here, because back hole is the whole thing, right? So if he just swings here, you're completely dead and you're not gonna get traded. Because look at how you're swinging into there. If this guy
Okay.
in here, instead of swinging there, he swings all the way from back here, nobody's looking there. I mean, the Astra seems like it, but the Astra is taking this fight recently.
Oh, I thought, okay, I thought they were all looking there, so I was taking care of the other person on main or whatever. Okay,
I
that's
mean, look.
my bad.
Enemy
Oh,
remaining.
main.
Nice.
Nice.
You wanna get me dog?
Main.
Was there no utility for your
Oh.
team to do this retake? The eye is good.
There's one hole, right?
I saw two there. And
Also,
they were
you
saying
saw
there were one hole.
you
One by one.
you saw 2 there, right?
Right, and
Why are you bringing your dog towards here instead of clearing this for them? That is the thing you don't know about.
I think it was an auto. That was an autopilot.
Okay.
Like,
Back off, yeah.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Because like, so I know in the eye for Fade, like it does like the line to whoever it pings, right? So like my auto response is to try to get the dog, to like touch the line so it follows the line. But here you're saying that since I already know that the eye ping two people and I know that one is elbow, I should just go ahead and dog elbow and just secure that and then take care of the last two on main. Because that's something I already know and I can just help out and then swing.
I mean, your call out in here should be there's 2 main. They
Okay.
tell you there are 3
Right.
players alive. 1,
Right.
2, 3.
Mhm.
1 back roll.
Right.
These 2 guys in here,
Mhm.
dogging them, what pressure does it cause? They can just walk back here, break your dog, and refight.
Right.
Right? And at the
Right.
same time, the guy that is here can swing on any of these 2 angles. So what do you want is that your utility is to get info aside from the size, the Cs, sorry, that the Cs
Mhm.
is to do control. The other 2 utilities are info utilities, right? You already got the info in here.
Right.
There's normally not a reason to double up on util unless, for example, I don't know, let's say that you saw 2 but there's 5 alive. Okay, maybe you dog here and see while somebody holds this to try to find somebody else close, or maybe you, but like doubling up on you two, like yeah, the dog following them could be useful, but I'm not sure this is the kind of situation where it is useful, the dog
Right.
following them,
No,
especially no.
it makes sense.
Nice.
You wanna get me dog?
Yeah. I picked it up from Astra. They're Astra one.
Reloaded.
Yeah.
Pero like, why can't we just hug it out? Pinche radiant.
Okay, you go back to me.
There.
I only have 2 guns, by the way.
I need to be further up. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like I don't understand why would you send the jet there if you're just gonna play back here.
We were talking about like
Don't see
putting like a
anything middle
smoke down and then like I used all the dead
Sounds like
time.
me.
I needed to
I'm not
like
turning
do
it down.
something different.
I'm gonna help towards more B.
That's a bad smoke. I'm out.
I mean, but
I'm gonna help.
Oh my god, I thought it was this one.
Sounds like below heavy.
The alarm bot's gonna go down. I'm gonna help towards more B.
I'm gonna go
That's
first.
a
I think
bad
you're just like you reacted too slowly. Like the decision is bad,
Mhm.
but in here also like you could have thrown an eye for the jet or something because now it is different. The jet is gonna hear.
No flash, man.
He's saying that he's hearing steps. You have an eye that now you can throw to turn the attention of the jet into somebody else, you know.
Okay.
And then you don't throw anything. You're holding
Oh
air. Then you drop.
Sounds like below heavy.
You see the knife.
The alarm bot's gonna go down.
You don't get out of the night,
B.
which you could have.
That's a
Like
bad smoke.
your reaction is way too slow there. You shot nothing. Like you're just shooting because I don't understand what you're shooting in there.
Pulling.
Spike
Back hall,
planted.
one more back hall.
And
Messed
I
up the
don't think
eye.
that's the eye. Yeah.
Bomb grenade out.
Long one back hall. I'm sucked. Back hall dead.
So look, for
One
example,
back
this
hall.
guy got killed,
I'm
Mhm.
sucked.
and you're
All
still
dead.
shooting 2 bullets over there.
Yeah.
Through. One hall. Hall.
Echo,
One
echo.
enemy remaining.
Back hole.
Echo. Nice.
Dead.
Thanks. Good job.
But yeah, in general, that round is really bad by you.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Picked up the sheriff.
I think
Can we,
a lot of times, like
we fight for A main orb this round?
a lot of these
Yeah.
times, you're just doing stuff to do something, to like make noise with the team, but
Drop the
not
sheriff.
with a clear
Play
purpose of
art,
what you want to do.
and
Like
Right.
whatever you do, it needs to have intention. Like there should be a reason why you're
You have
trying to
eye
do
view,
stuff,
right?
not just doing it
It's way heavy for the-
Are you
because.
gonna flash up?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna flash
So
over.
here we try something, and I
I
think
don't
we
think I'll do
like
anything with this stun.
try and die
just wanna
a
put
couple
a
of rounds.
pullback
Not
star
this
here
one,
for
but
me
like
and
the
Yeah, yeah.
next
I'm gonna
somewhere in
try
here.
and blink up then. I guess.
Or no, I think it was
Yeah.
another.
There's
Oh, this is. I'm stupid
I'm
for
gonna
doing
rotate to
this.
fill this.
I mean, I don't know why you would reswing there, or why you would
Yeah.
just swing without utility if your teammate just got killed in mid.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna rotate to fill this.
I should have just used util and then swung from it, cause.
I'm gonna rotate to fill
And also, if
this.
you're gonna swing, like you don't swing while shifting. You need to aggressively swing.
Okay.
Like you hard swing, you commit to the fight, like here, and you even got a free ticket out with just some damage, and you decide to re-swing
Mhm.
with no utility again. Like yeah, that is generally bad.
Standing.
Fade eye and KO knife, eh?
Didn't see
Yep,
Okay,
anything.
flashing nothing. We have noise to
Good
say.
dodge,
I'll find
KJ
you.
turret top man.
Still wait.
So, what? Why? Once again, your Gecko just flashed this. Your Gecko is
Yeah,
already
I
all
need
the way over
to-
here.
They're putting stars here, or 1 star for iron.
I'm gonna walk back.
Yeah, go for it.
They cut noise.
Okay, KJ turret top
Recalled,
mid.
recalled.
What's top mid on me? Three. Gonna get
Yeah,
top.
like I'm not sure what you're doing there. You're just going to autopilot and start like walking, seeing what happens. Like
I think
once
I wanted
again-
to. I wanted to try and push up mid there, but I don't think we did it right.
Spike planted.
I mean, I'm talking specifically of you with your agent.
Okay, KJ turret
Like
top.
Oh,
Gecko
yeah.
and Jet are clearly pushing mid, but like you're between like
For iron.
I'm gonna walk back.
you're holding that, which is impossible for someone to hold there because your Gecko has hold the line.
Yeah, I should have been
kinda
Now-
further up.
You hold that where there's nobody able to be there,
Mhm.
Okay, KJ turret top
Recalled,
mid.
recalled.
right? When your Gecko swings, you're not even in an angle where you could help your Gecko. Like his fight is all the way in here, and your closest fight is in here,
Right, so I should be like way scaled up faster.
way
Top
faster.
mid on me.
And then when the Gecko gets off, you go in. So of course you're just getting killed,
Mhm.
just like the Jet, which whatever the hell the Jet is doing. Like, and then the Gecko now is alone. Like, that is a terrible play in general.
Mhm.
Tried the eye out.
Where are
There might be an ace for it.
Okay,
I'm
like you
try-
can,
I'm-
this is
Might
the
be an
Good drawing
ace.
up, eh?
for the utility you miss. You need to be careful with
Yeah,
that.
I'm really. I need to work on this.
Hold.
Just go into custom game and start throwing ice all
Yeah.
around.
That is what I did
You
this
fine, okay.
morning.
In here, like for example, your team is getting clearly
Hold.
pressured, and like you're just shifting.
Yeah, I'm talking here. I
You're
need
fine,
to
okay.
be able to like talk and do.
Pushing
planted.
spawn, I think.
It's a problem.
I mean, Valorant is multitasking game. If you cannot
Yeah.
multitask, it's gonna be really hard to do it correctly.
I can multitask. I think I'm over
One backside.
I'm over complicating it at some
$2.
point, and I need to
Goodbye.
Flower,
Flowers.
flower 1, flower.
stop overthinking a lot of it.
them down.
One man.
Big flower. Right there, man.
Last player
Two flower,
standing.
two flower.
Nice
No,
shot.
I mean, the fight there is fine. Your crosshair is a little bit terrible.
one man.
Let me see
Big
again,
flower.
but
Probably should have tried to pick up.
yeah,
the
your movement
angle.
like you're getting exposed to a lot of angles all the time.
Yeah.
One man.
Like you need to be aware of those angles. How many death matches are you playing a day normally?
Player
Two
standing.
Big
I
flower.
need to be playing more. Not enough, honestly.
What's the number?
Uh, 3 to 4, but on days where like I'm really focused on it, 15.
I mean, if you can just play like
I mean,
7 a day,
I locked in 8 hours in one go, and then I fell on the floor crying. I don't even want to talk about it because I tried a guardian only for 8 hours straight, and then I died. Um, on the plus side, I did really well in a scrim an hour later, but yeah.
I mean, I would just say it is not about the weapon. It is about what you're doing when you are going into a death match. Just play.
Usually I try to like just kind of slow down. I have the music on loud and I try to keep my crosshairs steady, and I try to only use like A and D because sometimes like I'm pressing W when I'm nervous. So I try not to do that, and I try to kind of keep it head level and draw lines instead of like the up and down stuff. Cuz like
I would say just go into the death matches, play 7 a day, 6 if you want, daily
okay.
basis. You don't need to play more than that. You don't need to play less than that, and just go in there. But you don't go with music. Go in there and play it like it is a match, like how you would swing in a match. Practice how can you swing the angles. Listen to the steps. Get more ready to take different fights. Clear your angles.
Okay.
Like play it correctly. Like if you play that
Mm,
match in the way you wouldn't be playing a match, then you're not getting real practice of when you're in a match.
okay. Yeah, I mean I have the music on and stuff more because I was just like trying to focus on like practicing stuff, but not really cuz like I know when I play team deathmatch and stuff, I do it with like sound. And like the death matches that I play with like sound on, it feels very different, and I get more kills and I do better. Um, but
Yeah, but
it's
are you
weird
playing with sound on? Are you just focusing on shooting when you're in a scrim or in a game?
when I have sound on.
On a scrim or in a game? Would you have the music loud or the music on? Would you be just focusing on shooting or would you focusing on other things?
In a scrim, I'd be focusing on like the game.
Okay, then the way you're practicing that matches is it is not gonna help you when you go into a game because you're creating two different scenarios. One where you're focusing on shooting and the other one where you're focusing on anything else. And you're getting your brain used to only shoot correctly if you have your music or you're focusing on certain stuff, you know?
Okay.
So what I would tell you is like in any sport, give me a second. In any sport, when you train, you need to train with the same intensity and the same mindset that you would do when you're in a game. Or when you go into a game, you cannot replicate what you did in the trainings.
Okay. Okay. So then, is this just like because I know like for like I would say like for example I use DMs to practice more mechanics, but like when I play comp I use it to practice like paying attention to the game. But you're saying I should use DMs more to like practice what I would practice in scrims?
No, practice how you would be fighting in the scrims. DMs specifically are only
Okay.
useful to practice mechanics. But
Okay.
you need to practice the mechanics in a DM the same way that you use your mechanics on a game. If you're gonna be,
Okay.
let's say, full doing AD on DM, but you're not doing it in a game, then you need to focus more when you do it in DM and bring it into the scrims.
Okay.
Because look what your crosshair is on this fight, for example. Like your crosshair went from the middle thorax of the Fate all the way to the left, and then like you didn't even micro adjust to the head. You just kept the spray. Like those kind of mechanics, those kind of things against like good players, you're always gonna be getting punished. You know. And a lot of the times that I have seen you like getting open to angles and getting killed, that is of somebody that is not yet that haven't learned yet which angles they need to fight and how. When you're in a DM playing as like playing to win, you know, playing to as correctly as possible, let's say. Well, if you're getting killed constantly by a guy that you're not fighting, you start learning that, oh, I need to stop getting exposed to that angle. But if you're focusing on other stuff, then you're bringing those bad habits of just swinging into 3 different angles, focusing on one, into your scrims.
So you're saying like I should try to win a death match is what you're saying?
Let's keep it as played as correctly as
No. Like
possible.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
trying to
don't worry,
understand
don't
you.
worry. No, don't worry. But yeah, I would say let's keep it as play a deathmatch as correctly as possible. Correctly being in the same way that you would be playing a scrim. You know,
Okay.
scrims are also not supposed to be played to win, but
Right.
they are supposed to be played to do things correctly,
Okay. Right.
right? So if that leads you to winning more death matches, well, that is a good thing. Not always it will help you with death matches. Winning or losing death matches is not like
Not
doesn't
right.
serve any purpose, you know.
Mhm.
But practicing death matches in a way that you would be playing, sometimes holding, sometimes swinging, sometimes like not only doing W or only doing AD, but rather practicing them. Which angle I need to kill this guy, so you swing only to kill that guy. Now there, I heard a guy back here, so you turn around and you fight that guy, just like you would in a game, you know. So
Okay.
that will
Yeah.
allow you to improve a lot the way you're taking fights in these games and the way you're putting the situations you're putting yourself in, because there's a lot of situations where you're just getting exposed to 3 different angles with nobody holding them, and that is of somebody that needs to practice how to move in the map properly. And probably the best place that will teach you that is DMs, just because of the sheer amount of fights that you need to take in a DM, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's more what I meant.
Okay. No, sorry. I was trying to understand you.
Oh, don't worry, don't worry.
Hey man, again, nice.
Can't get anything right.
I'm a flash.
Once again, like a little bit of sound, and main again, KO, and you immediately leave your angle and go somewhere else. Like there's a reason you're positioning yourself in the round in here, right?
Mhm.
What is the reason?
To get info mid initially, and then I just turn around and do something stupid.
The thing is that if your reason of being here is to hold the alley zone and later or eventually get info mid,
I shouldn't be
there's no
moving.
reason. Yeah, there's no reason for you to rotate, unless obviously your team's like, oh, we need help, rotate. Okay,
Right.
then it is their fault if they didn't need the help, and it is fine for you to listen and go. But you're giving way too fast your positions, and also like look how you move, how you're shifting places where nobody could be. So you're
Right.
also wasting time in there, you know. I'm not even saying that you need to run because you don't want to give info neither.
Face your fear.
Ulting.
Where are you?
So for example, this side,
You can smoke
Somebody's
it.
you have noise in this area, right?
Right.
Do you think this is the eye you need to be throwing for
No.
the info or the pressure,
No.
right? So the eye you should be throwing is either through
Like,
this window
yeah.
or through mid,
To
right?
mid. Right.
So again, don't
Yeah,
default
they don't.
utility.
Yeah. I'm with you in a second. Nice. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm gonna come back to reclear mid.
No. It's just
For example, in this situation, it's fine to do this, right? Because you saw the guy leaving, but you don't know if he's coming back.
Right.
What you do? Okay, you send this, and now you know they are going all the way back there.
Right.
So now
They're
you know
going.
it's
They're
probably B.
rotating.
Is open.
So in this situation, it's fine to use the dog after the eye, in the like the same place. I mean,
Spike planted.
Astra
Astra
plan.
planted.
Main left.
now you have a dog, you have a seize.
One
We
up,
need to
one
clear
up.
mid.
Care.
Two mid.
One up, one up. Care.
How about you stop in here, wait for your like
Yeah.
hold the angle for your team, right? Or
Mhm.
prowl to get the info, so you can give the call out to your team.
Two mid. I'm blind.
Blind.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's having a good job.
Is you
Yeah.
I'll find you.
We
Couple
don't talk
B.
about it.
Rotate.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
walking mid.
They're up
think
already.
of mid.
I'm gonna come rotate. I'm gonna take that
Your
one.
crosshair is okay. No,
I'm
your
gonna
crosshair is terrible. Now,
I'm
no,
down,
it is
I'm
not.
down.
Okay,
flank.
okay, you
I'm
fixed it.
Should run.
gonna flank. Yeah.
Spike
Yeah.
planted.
Nice, good
Backing
pick.
up now.
Can you get out?
Backing out. Yeah.
They're gonna be.
They're all
heaven,
three long.
heaven,
I'm pretty sure
If
all
you
three
guys
long.
just
Yeah.
walk
Okay,
right
okay.
now, you guys are dead.
Right there.
Up and away.
Yep.
I'm just making noise. They're stuck.
We have action
Oh,
rolls.
you guys
I'm
gave
gonna
too
die.
much info.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on.
Oh,
Or someone
shit.
get on. I have a gun. Someone
Yeah,
get
What's
on.
left of them?
I broke
I'm
Molly.
on,
I'm blind. I'm blind. Blind.
They can't hear defuse, I don't think. They can see it go up though. I'm sticking, I'm sticking, I'm sticking.
Nice. Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, good job.
Good pressure. I wouldn't give the fight
I'm
up.
blind. I'm blind. Blind.
In here,
Defuse, I don't think.
in here, I would just
Go up
keep
though.
like
I'm sticking,
getting
I'm
out.
sticking,
Once
sticking.
again, by the way, when you're fighting,
Defuse, I don't
look
think.
how you're committing and you're staying still.
They can see it go up though.
Yeah.
You're making yourself easy to
Nice,
kill.
nice.
You need to keep moving.
Nice, good job.
It's good.
I mean, they did a terrible
Give me
plant
five again.
against an Astrag again, but
I was happy that I seized two. I was like, oh, I think I got two of them. That's cool.
yeah, I think the CIS is fine. There was no need for your gecko. Also, the problem is that if you seize there, you need to combine utility. Like,
They're stuck.
what's the
with
idea of you?
puddle, the puddle and the
Yeah, of
the
course,
seeds,
like,
yeah.
With that puddle there, like with your
Oh,
CIS
shit.
plus the puddle, these guys are now dead.
I'm on,
But because
Right.
you guys are throwing utility each one of you, because like without using it together, your utility is just way too weak.
Right.
But not because it is bad utility, it's because it is not used together.
Right. Where did my thingy
I am
go?
in.
Okay.
Where are you?
They didn't get anything hard.
Also, I don't understand why you guys constantly play. You guys play on this side, like this is your info. You guys never take info here. You guys never take info here or even here. I mean, round one Jet walked, but yeah, that was a tragedy maybe. But in here, like this eye only tells you if they're already walking here. 7 seconds have gone. If they are shifting, they cannot be here yet. So this eye is way too early or way too useless for the info that you want. If you want info, if they are in B, then you need to throw an eye that goes all the way back here, into here. Or you wait this eye 6 seconds longer if you hear no footsteps, and then you throw the eye.
I think here, it's more reactive on defense. I personally worry about like pushing up on any area of the map, but I don't know.
If you don't push in an area of the map, you're bound to lose the defense.
Okay.
As simple as that. Like
Okay.
you need defense needs to move in this game. That's how
Okay.
Valorant works. If defense is static, defense is bound to lose unless in specific maps where the defense have all the advantage, like Split. And even in Split, a lot of times you will see professional teams that they try to walk something off the map.
Okay.
Because defense is always going to be in a disadvantage in most maps, because if they just
Right.
5-hit you,
We get fucked.
it is a 5v2.
Right.
Right? So if you guys are just static and allow them to get all the way, like this Gecko, his info is when they're already here. If they decide to execute now, Gecko is dead, maybe Jet too. Right? That is why you are here, because this side gives you info when they are all the way back here. So you got early info. The same idea of an eye that gives you all the info back here. But if you guys are just static like this, you guys are bound like, look, you have no map control. You have the same control with the one that you started the round.
Back with you, Gecko. Art's open.
I'm gonna play
We have one on both.
Now you have even less map control, because now you also don't have B again.
Call
They
for
have-
You don't
it
have
if
mid.
you
They have a
want it.
star back
I'm
side.
gonna stay B.
Smoke.
Fake smoke. Fake smoke.
Pull back, pull back.
Yeah, they pull back both their stars. Careful. Man.
Yeah.
One mid? Is it mid, I think? Or,
Okay.
fade? They're
Taking
supposed to be
apart.
mid, like, on my ping.
Once again, you just rotate. Like, you rotate way too early.
I'm gonna go B or mid.
Okay.
Like, if you already left B, I mean, unless the Astra asked for utility,
I
but
don't see
if
any
she
people
didn't,
on- No, you're.
gonna go down.
I mean, it's fine to be rotating. Just you rotate before you have any trigger to rotate.
Okay,
Your
hit that
ace?
ace.
Okay.
Like this round, it's just Jet taking picks, you know.
Oh shit.
You got
Oh yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
You got
Yeah,
that?
it'll be a
Oh
bit.
my god.
Like the round is not win by the team. It's lost
Yeah.
by the other team giving ones to the Jet.
Yeah.
Did
Hang.
that.
Stay far.
I'm gonna hang back.
Okay.
God,
They
you did
they
that.
I messed it up.
Mid, two mid.
Where
Be
are
mid
you?
with them.
Same thing.
Nothing A main.
Stand
Yeah, I
mid
need
or
to
You're-
stop
like
doing this. So like,
lots of mid.
if
like
he's
three.
like jump
Flash
peeking,
card.
Dogging-
I don't need to
dogging
peek
loading.
it, and then
I
you're
mean, the
saying
worst thing
that
is that he's not even jump picking. He
he
has
just
the whole
has a
line.
Yeah. So then you're also saying like
Gale
I'm
flash
holding your
card.
line.
I can push somewhere, or I need to push somewhere.
I mean, if you have this guy in here with the whole line,
Okay.
you guys could very well be trying to get info on this art with some sort of control like this one,
Mhm.
right? And you guys would just like take the map, forcing them to either go back, re-clear you, or take mid, wasting their time, wasting their utility.
Okay.
But by you guys just staying,
Card as well.
We give
like they
them
could
too
very
much
well
time
be
to
walking,
move.
yeah.
Bring them
In
down.
alright, 1, 2, 3.
This guy saw two and heard your dog.
Yeah,
He
no,
now
no,
knows there's
yeah, no,
three.
no.
So that means if there's three, two in here, one in here, that even means there's two in here or one on one. They already know that the best thing to do right now is to hit A
Mhm.
with just that
Can
info.
help.
Now the Jet rotates, so now you guys lost B.
120 jet.
Strike
120 jet.
down A.
Nice.
One
And
One more,
they
one
would
more.
went for the worst
Sorry.
possible option that was
Yeah, I
mid.
think you heard him.
It was not the worst possible option. They just whiffed on a
Was
kill
that
J.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, dog.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but tomorrow you don't have school.
I do.
How you have to go?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to know. You
I'll
have
know later.
to do something.
Okay, so right, so I don't need to be eyeing anymore. Okay.
You like to fix your food?
Yeah, I'll do it later.
Eh?
I'll do it later.
You did it.
Hold on.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay,
I'm sorry, this is my grandmother.
don't worry. Don't worry. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll flash A main for him.
Get out of my
A
way.
main.
No, he got the
Okay,
info on
yeah.
the main,
I
so
got-
now he has time to do something about it.
I don't know where he threw that knife from. I think it might have been from
Oh
B.
my
Three,
god.
3B. Like triple swung.
Let's see. Let's look at something. The round starts and you're in CT, okay?
Yeah.
He threw that knife from. I think it might
Wait, wait,
have
wait.
been B. KO's there.
As soon as I see the ult, I move. So
For
I need to.
27 seconds, you
Mhm.
were just floating on CT doing nothing.
Okay.
You need to decide where you're gonna play and stick to where you're gonna play.
One enemy remaining.
Link, hit 120.
Like even
Could go
here
to,
that you came
comp.
like to the fight,
He's coming link, coming link.
you were able
Going
to do
for
nothing.
Close one.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Oh, pretty.
There.
Okay, I like the Ion mid early.
Smoking it.
Nice, you got the info of the kill J. You guys know about the
yeah.
Jet.
There's 2 A main by the way.
Gecko has
Nice one.
Gecko has two.
He had an off.
Gecko's in a terrible position.
Bring them down.
Your Gecko has a lot of
He
problems
went
too
after
with
the
his
fucking
gameplay.
recall.
Yeah. He's a.
Oh,
I feel like he's a little cocky.
Not only
Probably
cocky,
main is,
he's not good with his utility.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Like he don't understand his positioning, why, the reason.
They're dogging
Dogging man.
art.
I'm up A main.
Going art, it sounds like.
I think the problem is also that
Yeah.
the teams you guys are screaming are just not of the level that will actually punish what you guys are doing.
Yeah, and
They dogged art.
I was when I was looking over this a little bit yesterday, I was getting a little bit upset. I mean, not just by myself, like at myself, like just overall.
I mean, yeah, in general, like
I'm
a
gonna-
little bit of a better team, and you guys would be losing these
Wait, 140,
18 to
KJ,
6.
The thing is like what I notice, like a big thing, right? Like in my mind that I see like a big problem, like aside from utility, aside from everything else, it's like everyone is like really separated, and there's
Yeah, they
like
all play for their own game.
a lot of solo plays, and it's like we're not holding hands, and no one is really getting punished for that, myself included. And it's like I know that when I'm talking, like I'm still getting my brain is really bad sometimes in it, and I need to do like more, doing more awareness, more a lot of other things. But the biggest thing I see um is just that we take a lot of 1v1s that we don't need to be doing. We need to like swing together. It shouldn't matter above anything else. The first step is just having like having your buddy, holding hands and doing everything together. That should be like the first step, and then we can move from there. And that's what's like really frustrating in my head right now.
I mean, just get them as a higher tier scream, and they will do the bot, and you will see they will realize that. Like, you don't even need to tell them. Like, a higher tier scream will punish all these kind of things.
Wait,
Oh,
no, wait.
no.
I think A man, they're all through R, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I could get them the scrims that would punish them.
I think that's the best thing. Yeah,
Out.
and do a bot review. Like, not only lose a scream, but then sit together, watch it together, and be like, oh, this is a mistake. This is also a mistake. You know?
I know like
God.
Thursday we're getting together, and for the team meeting, it's because it's gonna be like our first time completely all together with it. We're gonna like walk around the map and kind of like do things together and talk about it, and then go over some of the scrims.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys should talk about all this then.
I have notes.
Nice. Okay, good info. Nothing there, so what do we do?
In R,
Okay.
hit 40.
Well, I'm pretty sure the eye was bad then.
Yeah, that's what I worked on so much this morning. You have no idea.
Yeah, the eye was bad.
In R, hit 40.
One art. There.
Yeah, you guys just didn't got punished enough, you know?
We don't get punished enough, and even I know that.
Yeah, like there's just a lot of mistakes the team is doing there. A lot of times, like you just did it, like you were saying, like just pushing alone. Like you could ask for somebody to go with you. You could use your dog, your prol